All right, guys, we do want to welcome everybody. It is Saturday, June 28th, and this is our weekly Getting Started training. We appreciate everybody being here. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. And what we're going to cover today is we're going to cover basics about the new system, okay, to really get you familiar with it. So when you are bringing new members in, you can get them started right. Okay, so this is very, very important today. If you have any team members that are not on here, guys, you've got to get your people plugged in. Very important. In fact, look at the success of network marketing. Like a lot of people have asked me over the years, how is it that we, have been able to be successful over 30 years in this industry, no matter what company? And the reason, guys, is we get our people plugged in. We really try to put a big emphasis, we emphasize plugging in because that's very, very important. In fact, look at it this way. Let's say that you bought a very expensive lamp, and let's say when it's lit up, it's just the most beautiful light that's coming off of that. I mean, unbelievable. But think about this. I don't care how expensive it is or how much you paid for it. Guess what? If it's not plugged into the wall, if it's not plugged into its source of power, it simply will not work. It won't be worth anything to you because it will not shine light. And that's kind of how businesses like this work. Okay. If you're not plugging your people into the source of energy, into the source of, things that are going on with the company as far as webinars and weekly meetings and, impending events and that kind of thing, conventions that we do, they're just not gonna last. Okay, in your business, you've got to get your team plugged in. I think that's the mark of a great leader is, that person that's good about getting their people plugged in. Because when you do plug in and you do get your people plugged in, they see it at a whole different level. You'll see it at a different level, and your level of commitment goes up as well. Uh, that's the only reason that no matter what company we get involved in, we're going to go to the top if we work that business. Why? Because we understand the importance of plugging in. So, that would be these weekly trainings, that you're on. If you're on here by yourself and you're not, a strong enough leader yet to get your organization on, guess what? It's just going to be you. But this is a team sport. Okay. So definitely you want to get your teams involved. Okay. Enough of that. So let's go to our new website here, which is brytelyfe.com. Now, I want you to write this site down because from now on, you're going to log in from www.brytelyfe.com because this is where you're going to access everything that you need. Okay, so brytelyfe.com is where you want to go. When you go here, in order to get to your back office, you want to click on sign in. So when you click on sign in, it's going to take you to this page. Sign in with your email address. Okay, so whatever your email address is, your password, when you click on sign in, it's actually going to take you back to the original page. But one thing that I want you to take notice of is if you see these icons populated here, that means that you are now logged in. Okay, so not only are you logged into your back office, but you're also logged into several other things. In fact, if you click this icon here, it's going to give you a drop down menu. And of course, this is where you'll have access to different things. Okay, so let's first go to the bucket list option here. Now, when you go to bucket list, it's going to actually take you to your bucket list. Okay, those locations that you're going to actually get from the company, the ones that you put in. Now, if you've not entered your bucket list destinations, you need to go on and do that. That is very, very important that you put these in because if they're not in there, the company is not going to award you with these trips. So you're going to choose from the top 50 destinations in the world, but you've got to take time to do this. And the way that I look at this is it's almost like a dream board for us because we're looking forward to going back to Tulum, Mexico. We're looking forward to going to Santorini, Bora Bora, Ibiza, Paris, the Maldives, Dubai, which we've already been awarded this trip. We're looking forward to going to Venice, Australia, Fiji Islands. So you want to just go on and put those in and start dreaming about that because guess what? We've always dreamt of going to Dubai. We haven't been, but we've just been awarded this trip. So the 5-star stay as well as all of the taxes are already taken care of for the Palazzo Versace Hotel. So, again, guys, go on and put that in. Start really, internalizing, and visualizing yourself going to these locations. And guess what? As long as you're an active member, that's about to become a reality. So again, you'll find it, at this icon here. Now, the next thing I want to show you here is this. This is where you get to your back office. So remember, you're already signed in. So when you click on back office here, it's going to actually take you to your back office. So everything in the dashboard, you'll be able to see. You'll be able to go to your, organization, see your commissions. I mean, everything. I'm not going to go deep into the back office today, but this is your dashboard. And of course, you can't hurt anything. So go in here and click around. If you've not downloaded the apps, you can do that here from whether you've got an iPhone or an Android. You'll be able to get that app. And then, of course, what's very important is that your share link. Okay, so if you click copy, it'll actually give you this link here. And of course, this link gives you a 16-minute presentation video plus, a person, if this makes sense to them, then they can go on and start the sign up process here. So this is a presentation that was done by the owner of the company, Wes. And, if it makes sense to them, they can go on and fill that out and get their account created right here on this page. Now, the next thing is, this is where you'll find support tickets and that kind of thing. You want to click on more, and everything, all these other things are here. So I know some of you all, if you have any kind of concern, okay, I don't care what it is, just put a support ticket in, and then you need to check back here for the answer to your support tickets. One thing that we ran into that's very important for you guys to understand is this: if you put a support ticket in for somebody, let's say that you got involved, okay, and we all have done that. We just try to help people out. Well, if they don't know to come in here to check for the answer, then it may be addressed, but for whatever reason, they may not even know it. So, just teach them to go in. If there's any kind of an issue, put in a support ticket, and our team is going to, take care of it. This is where our customer support is found. And again, all you got to do is just go in, take a screenshot of whatever it is, so they'll know exactly what the problem is. And when you put that in, then they will respond back, and they usually respond back in a timely manner as well. But in this menu, you'll be able to access, if you want to change your payment method, you'll be able to do that there. If you want to go to the back office, you can do that. So all of that is here. Okay, so again, when you go to that, and we'll show you that one more time. When you click on more, it's going to take you to everything that you can access from there. Now, once you go here, like let's say if you go here and you can't remember what you set your password up to be, if you click on forgot password, that's going to take you to this page. Now, when you put in your email address, our system is going to send you an email with something called a 2FA security code. So when you go back, it's going to actually ask you for this code, and it's going to allow you to actually reset your password. So you'll be able to do that there. Okay, so that is the information about the new site, things that you need to know. Now, in downloading the Bryte Lyfe app, if you've not already done that, of course, you want to go to the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store. Once you download the app, you will log into it with your same credentials that you set up for your back office. And a few things that you want to pay attention to here is the countdown to your bucket list trip. Now, you'll notice here it says that your trip is here. Please watch your email for information from the Bryte Lyfe staff. So all this means is I was an active member for a year, and my countdown went to this, and then I received an email saying that I had been awarded the Dubai trip. Now, another thing that's exciting about this is you want to become Free Life qualified, and you want to teach all of your people that get into your organization to become Free Life qualified. In fact, if you build, let's just say you build a Free Life group, you build an entire organization of people that are Free Life qualified. Everybody understands that, hey, when I get in, I want to get at least 2 people by my next billing date to make this free, and I'm going to teach my people to do the same thing. Let's say that the culture of your organization is a Free Life culture. Well, guess what, guys? You can't help but build a huge organization, because if outside of the comp plan, just look at it this way. outside of the comp plan, if all we were marketing, okay, was people that were conscious of their bucket list and they wanted to just scratch things off of that bucket list for free, and they referred to become free life qualified. Even if Expedia or Priceline came out with a program like this and said, okay, if you refer two people back to this paid subscription, we'll make it free so you won't have to pay for it. And we will give you wholesale instead of us charging you retail. We'll give you wholesale on anything you need when you travel. And we're going to give you a 5-star trip each and every year. All you got to do is what? Refer us two people. Who would do that? Everybody would do that. Why? Because over the next 10 years, you're going to get 50,000 in free travel. So guess what? These two people here are worth what? They're worth $25,000 in free travel. Plus, it's giving me access to wholesale travel. Guys, do you understand? If this is all that we had, if this is all that Expedia had and they ran TV commercials on this, do you know that they'd have millions of people that would take this opportunity? Well, you might say, well, why didn't Wes just put it on TV? It's because he could spend millions of dollars putting it on TV to get to where he wants to be. But guess what? He wants to change the lives of other people as well. And that's the reason that this is set up. See, companies like this can either spend millions of dollars in TV advertising, or they can send millions of dollars back to everyday people like us. So, again, I want you to really understand that, because we could do this any way that we wanted to, but the bottom line is, why not, change the lives of other people? This is just a form of marketing, just like anything else. But the difference is those millions of dollars go back to everyday people like us, which is a really, really big deal. So again, over the next 10 years, in fact, think about this. These are our 10 destinations here. You can already cross Dubai off that list because they've already awarded that one to us. So, next year, let's say it's the Maldives. That means that first 2 years, this company has given us $10,000 in free travel. So what does that mean? That means that those first two members that, I actually got involved were worth what? $5,000 each. Guys, that you have to, this is why plugging in is so important, because that may not have been obvious to you, but every year, it's another $5,000 trip that's awarded. So again, get focused on whatever your hopes and dreams are, and let's make that a reality for you. Now, the next thing is, this is where you go to book travel. This little map icon here, you put in your current location, you put in your dates, and you click search. Now, it looks a lot like Expedia or Travelocity, but the difference here is this: our search is actually gonna search from the highest percentage of savings down. So that's what this is all about. It's about saving you money. So instead of $100, $200 a night in many cases being added to that price, we are going to give you the straight wholesale price. And when you see a price here, if you got 5 days in there, that's for all 5 days. We've had folks that have put like 3-day searches in there, where our 3-day search was less than a one-night search. Our 3-night search was less than a one-night search on other platforms. So that's important for you to understand. So just go in and play with it, get familiar with it. Now, this $ here, these are member deals. This is where you'll find everything having to do with member deals, everything from the World Vantage golf benefits to, the private jets. I mean, everything is there. And in fact, let me do this real quick, because I'm running through this pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my iPad on live here and just kind of, show you all, because these things are very, very exciting, which my iPad is making me update now. So let me change my share, and I'm going to show you all what I'm talking about here. Hang on a sec. Okay. All right. So what I'm about to do now is this. I'm going to go into the live app, and I will show you exactly what I mean. Okay. So let's see. All right. So share. See if this pops up as an option. Okay. Here we go. All right, so this is I'm actually in the live app now, and I just want to show you something very quickly. In fact, let me move this Zoom quit unexpectedly. Okay, let's share this again. All right, hopefully we work okay now. All right, there's a little bit of a delay. I don't know if it's going to cooperate with me today. It doesn't look like it is. Okay, all right, we're here. Even though it's glitching, I think we're still here. Okay. In fact, let me see something here. Somebody tell me in the chat box, do you see my iPad here? I don't know if I'm even still on. Somebody let me, okay. All right, you don't. Okay, great, great. I appreciate that. Cordello, let's see here. All right, let me try it one more time, guys. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. All right, hang on a sec. Okay, all right. Lawrence, you see it. George, you see it. Okay, all right. I guess you guys do see it. All right, so let's see here. All right, so okay, yeah. So the location. So what you see here is our bucket list. Okay, so this is the actual app, and again, you just want guys. Look, just focus. If you are not for whatever reason free life qualified now, just put your focus on that. There's nothing else in this comp plan. You just want to become free life qualified because you might say, well, I'm not qualifying for any money yet. Yes, you are. That's a $179 commission. Basically, that's equivalent to a $179 commission because you're not having to pay that to get the benefits of the membership. Okay, so again, go on and focus on that and look at it this way. Every time every time you get a year below your belt, one of these locations is going to be awarded to you. Okay, so that's very, very significant. Now this is where you go to book travel. So you'll notice here I by mistake mistakenly pulled up and did a search for Bora Bora, but you see, no matter where we search, guys, we see savings. Okay, so that's a big deal. But what I want to show you here is this. Let's look at all of the benefits that are in this section here, the dollar sign. So of course, World Vantage. World Vantage is our golf and lifestyle network. So you can click here to view a list of all of the things that are available, all of the golf courses that are available here in the U.S. Guys, look, this is worth millions of dollars right here. Like a lot of people complain about the 179 a month. Do you understand what it would cost you to get onto some of these courses here? Some of these courses would cost you, $50,000 to become a member. And the thing of it is, we're making you a member for a day at all of these courses here. And the bottom line is you may not really, if you're not a golfer, then you can't even understand the value of this. But guess what? You don't have to be a golfer to be in the business. Why? Because other people around you, might like playing golf. And guess what? You can build an organization of golfers, whether you play golf or not. So don't get caught up in that, that you may not play golf or whatever the case is. That does not matter. So again, in fact, I'm from Memphis, right? So Southwind is a very exclusive club. In fact, this is where they play the FedEx Classic. So you've had some of the top golfers in the world that have actually played this course. Well, you don't want to pay 50 grand to become a member of this course if you're not a real big golfer, or you might not be able to pay the 50 grand to play the course. Well, guess what? We can make you a member for a day. So if you find yourself in Memphis a few times a year, you might want to go a few times a year. You can actually play that course. So again, we've got them all over. We've got them in Canada. We've got them in the Caribbean. We've got them in Mexico. So, this is a free part of our membership, guys. Don't take that for granted. And then, of course, international. I want to show you something here, okay? It's over 500 courses that's been added internationally. So if you are a big golfer, you might want to do a golf bucket list trip. Like, look at this: UK, Ireland, and Scotland bucket list golf trips. Play the world famous course links courses such as St. Andrews, which are available for a golf trip slash tour, where a small group comes over to visit several courses. You know, guys, that's a golfer's dream. So if you know people that play golf, even if you don't play golf, think business on this. Do you think that whoever owns Starbucks, you know, it is a possibility that they might not drink coffee? Absolutely. Or whoever, you know, started cigarettes, you know, and they know that cigarettes aren't healthy. You think they smoke? Probably not. So, you know, my deal, guys, is this: you got to look at the business side of this. And then, of course, member deals. When you go into member deals, you look, game on, buy tickets. You know, we're partnered with the largest sports ticket broker in the world. You can get significant discounts on like Disney and SeaWorld and like Epic Universe. This is the newest you know, park in the world. And guess what? Tickets on sale now, member discounts. So Cirque du Soleil save over 30%. Well, if you're in Vegas anyway and you want to do a Cirque du Soleil show, why not save 30% on that? And then in your local area, movie tickets, you know, you can save tremendous amounts, you know, on tickets and concession packages and that kind of thing. So all of that, guys, is a real no-brainer. And then you go down ARC Insurance. This actually gives you travel insurance. You can actually, especially if you do a lot of traveling, you can actually go in here and you can buy this for a year to cover you on all of your trips and save tremendous amounts of money. And then, of course, the Foundation Room. Look at this. The Foundation Room is an exclusive members only club and House of Blues venues offering upscale dining, live entertainment, and a vibrant nightlife. Now, Bryte Lyfe member offer: enjoy exclusive pre-sale concert tickets, access to VIP lounges nationwide, and discounts on events and merchandise. To use this offer, you need to click the button below to make your request through our Bryte Lyfe concierge. And look at the locations here. So if you're in Anaheim, if you're in Boston, Chicago, Cleveland, Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, or New Orleans, then all you got to do is go to Bryte Lyfe Concierge. They will get you on the list of these private clubs. You can go do dinner, you can go lounge, you can go have drinks, you can go and get preferred tickets to concerts. In some of these venues, you can listen to concerts that are going on, maybe while you're having dinner or having drinks. So the Foundation Room, guys, to have access to all of these different markets here, it would cost you over $10,000 a year. We're making this a part of our $200 membership. And then, of course, Porter Yachts. Look at this, guys. Anytime you want to charter a yacht, you can get $500 off retail prices by booking through our concierge. So is this real? Well, you tell me. Okay, you see here, like you might want to do this 110-foot yacht, 14,000 for 8 hours. You might say, well, you know, that's kind of steep. But what if you got 14 people that want to, you know, go together on this, or, you know, 10 people that want to go together on this, or 20 people that might want to go together on this, guys? It's about figuring out a way to have those experiences. Like, even if 10 people or 11 people paid $500 to take this Sunseeker out, would that be worth it to, you know, maybe go from Fort Lauderdale down to Miami and look at all of the multi-million dollar houses and that kind of thing? What if, you know, you and your leaders in your organization did that? Would that stretch the vision for people? Absolutely. But, you know, guys, this is a really, really big deal here. And, you know, you can get yachts pretty much anywhere around the world. This is one of the largest, if not the largest, yacht broker out there. And then, of course, Porter Jets. This is, you know, members receive several thousands of dollars off retail prices by booking through our concierge. So if you go to Porter Jets, guys, this gives you discounted access to private jet service without you having to pay $100,000 to get a membership. So, you know, if you've ever dreamt of flying private, guess what? This is your possibility to do that. Okay. And, you know, that's what's so great about this. And then, of course, benefit station, that's for our Japan members. But look, going, we just had somebody that got this membership that actually got a one-way trip from Indiana to Orlando for like a $26 base fare. And going actually, sent that to her, letting her know. So, this is a membership that we can get you 40% off of. And then, of course, Groot Hospitality. I've shown that in the presentations where, in fact, I'll just read what it says here. Groot Hospitality's Miami Beach, Dallas, and Las Vegas restaurants offer upscale dining and vibrant nightlife experiences across their restaurants and clubs in multiple cities. Bryte Lyfe member offer. Enjoy priority seating, invitations, and to exclusive events by contacting our concierge. In order to use this offer, you need to click the button below to make your request through our Bryte Lyfe concierge. So, guys, look, with Groot Hospitality, even though they give us a 20% discount, this is about being able to get in. Okay, if you're that kind of person that you love, like exclusive access, then we're going to give you exclusive access to Groot Hospitality. And then, of course, Sports Event 365. They are the largest ticket broker in the world. So any kind of sporting event that you want to go to, you've actually got that in your app as well. And, you're going to save, money, as well there. And then, of course, Live Golf. This particular, you have to do this through concierge, but Live Golf actually is you can get like 20% off of their tournaments as well. In fact, Eva is actually headed to a Live Golf tournament there in Dallas right now. But Go City is something that we're looking forward to using. You can actually save up to 50% on the best attractions, tours, and activities with Go City. And what they do is this: like, say if you're going to, let me pick let's say you're going to Miami and you really don't know what to do, but you want to make the most of that trip. Well, you can actually buy one of their passes, like the Explorer Pass, choose the number of attractions you'd like to visit. You'll have 30 days from activation to use your Miami passes. They kind of put it all together for you at extreme discounts. Okay, like you could pay $119 per person and pretty much get it all, but we can get you discounts on this kind of stuff here. So you can just go in and make the most of your trips when you go, because that's what it's all about. And remember, our business is what it's about: living life and documenting it and sharing it with other people. Now, Resort Pass, this is great. And book a day pass to a hotel, at only $25, starting at $25. So if you are in a city and you want to experience, different hotels there, their pool areas and spas and that kind of thing, you can actually do that with Resort Pass for as little as $25. Now, luxury watch exchange. Okay, this is one that we're excited about as well. Now, this particular company here, you can get lab grown, perfect diamonds. You can get watches, any kind of jewelry that you want. And, what's great about this is we get discounts. Okay. So if you're a watch enthusiast like I am, or whatever, you might, you may be intrigued with diamonds or whatever the case is, then, you can actually, get serious discounts here, as well. This is a part of our membership, guys. You'll save more than what you'll pay in the membership, possibly on a purchase there. And then, of course, Atomic Golf. This is man, Top Golf to a whole nother level here. We got a chance to actually experience this when we were in Vegas, but this is an Arnold Palmer company here. Their first location was in Vegas, and of course, they'll be putting these, I'm sure, in other parts of the country and the world as well. So whenever you're in a city and you want to do something fun with your family, you'll be able to get discounts, here with our company as well. So that is, that's the dollar sign, okay, and everything that's available to you guys. Understand the benefits of this membership, because again, once you do understand the benefits of it, guess what? You won't ever go without this membership. The information for the next event coming up, which is in Orlando, August the 9th and the 10th. This is where you can get that information, and this is where you can actually register for it. And then, of course, the menu button is here now. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Okay, even though I'm on my iPad, your phone works the same way. if you actually go to contacts, okay, let's say you want to actually send your sign up link out, from here, you click share sign up link. You can either copy the link or you can go to your text messages and you can, send it to whoever you want it to go to. And guess what? It's going to send them your join.brytelyfe.com link. Okay. So that's very important. Or again, you can copy the link, from there. So all of that information is there. And, Well Life, let me show you what we've added in Well Life as well. There are other discounts here that are available to you, like True Health Group. Body Tech is a digital marketplace connecting health conscious travelers with well-being experiences. Okay. Maya provides natural health and wellness solutions, emphasizing pure, scientifically backed ingredients to support optimal health and well-being. You just want to go in, like you can get a discount on Anytime Fitness. Axios Core Golf is a home personal training system that delivers custom strength and mobility program for golfers. Echelon Fitness offers exclusive pricing through our connected fitness products, including bike, sport, smart mirrors. So, you got all of that information there. You can get a discount with Planet Fitness, Zumba, Talkspace. I mean, Wes and his team has really, really been working hard to add as much value to this membership as possible, and it's all here. You just have to take time to go in and familiarize yourself with what's going on here. Okay, so this, I just wanted to take some time and kind of show you guys exactly what was in the app. So enough of that. Let me go on and get back to my training, which my computer has kind of gone a little shaded and dark on me here. So I hope I can get through, the rest of this. Okay. Which I don't have much more to go through here. So let's hope that it continues to cooperate. We'll see. All right. So now I've clicked share screen and it is, I don't know if it's sharing or not. Okay, I think we're good. Time to upgrade my computer. I guess I killed it already, but it is really not cooperating. Okay, let's see here. All right, so now you guys let me know. Are you seeing? Okay, all right, great, Ron. I appreciate that. All right, so again, I just went through all of this, for you as far as how to get to your link, how to send it out, text message. And, once you send that link out, guys, and just keep this very simple. Once you send the link out, then, what's going to happen is they're going to get the link to this particular page here. This is a 16-minute video done by the owner of the company. Wes did this presentation right after all of the updates were made. So it's the latest and the greatest. And I would just tell you, you can't show it right or wrong. You show it to the right or wrong people. Keep it simple. Okay. So just let people look at that video. If they like it, guess what? The right people are going to go on and set their membership up and get this out to a couple of other people. Other people that they know, so they can go on and get there too. And guess what? If they're not the right person, I don't care what you show them. Jesus could show them the business and they won't get in. Don't worry about it. Okay. Just work your list. Okay. You must use your influence to get this information in front of everybody you know. And the way that I get it in front of people is I just tell people, look, I got something you've got to see. What are you doing? Like, for live webinars. And any of you guys are absolutely welcome to plug in our team webinars that we do, as well as the corporate webinars. But if you ask a person, look, what are you doing at, if there's one going on at 12 noon on Tuesday and Thursday, what are you doing today at 12? Or maybe 8 p.m. Eastern or 9 p.m. Eastern, Sunday through Thursday. So I'm sending you a link to a private webinar that explains everything. Now, themoneywebinar.com is our weekly team webinars that we do. We do these Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 noon and 8 p.m. Eastern. We do business presentations here. And of course, that website is themoneywebinar.com. Now, the corporate schedule for webinars is Sundays through Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern We do business presentations here as well. And that website address is zoomviproom.com. So this gives you literally 9 different opportunities, to actually get people in front of this information. You've got 9 different opportunities to get people in front of this. Plus, we also do a team one. I need to add this at 1 p.m. on Saturdays as well. So you got 10 opportunities during the week to get people in front of this. And think about this. Let's say that you just committed, you made a list of 20 and you committed to just get 2 people on every webinar that we do throughout the week. That gets it in front of 20 people. Guess what, guys? You could very easily get your 2. You can almost no brainer get your 2, but you could very easily sign up 10 people and get 1,000 in travel dollars, have your stay in the Bahamas paid for, and create $300 a month in residual income. It's a difference of just doing it or not doing it. Okay. And some of y'all think about doing things, but you don't do them. You just want to do it. Just don't think about it. Just do it. Just get it done. Okay. Now, another way that you can actually share this with people is with travel parties. You just tell your folks, look, what are you doing, tonight at 7 o'clock? I'm having a few people over. Run by, and what is it? I can't explain it over the phone, but it's very important. Okay. Or you can tell them that, you're talking, getting with the family to talk to them about, a few special trips that you're putting together, whatever the case is, guys. Use your influence to get them there. Tell them you're cooking dinner. It's a very important family meeting. Get everybody there. You might do that for your family, your friends. You might tell them, look, I got something you got to see. Be at my house at 7 o'clock. What is it? I can't explain it over the phone, but I'll see you then. And you show the plan. You can either do the PowerPoint. You can do join.brytelyfe.com, your username. Okay. I would show it from there. Why? Because if they look at it and they want to get involved, then you can send them this link over. They'll have that presentation that they just saw, and they can go on and get set up. And we've got 2 presentations that were recently updated: what is brytelyfe.com and why brytelyfe.com. So again, a travel party, guys, is just where you're just pulling a few people together over to your home. And this is a great way to start the business. What we've always typically done is this. We've always started in the home. Okay. And if you've got the courage to have a few people over to your house, see, this is my problem with the average person. The average person will, invite their friends and family members over for the Super Bowl. You're going to invite people over for the 4th of July. You're going to just invite people over. You're going to have family reunions and that kind of thing. And guess what? The average person won't invite their family members over for something that could change their lives, that could add residual income to their situations, or help them to, travel and realize a lot of their dreams. So what am I saying here? Treat this like you would the 4th of July. You might even have a 4th of July travel party and adopt the theme of travel. Decorate your house with travel things and just tell them, look, guys, we're cooked. We cook. We're looking forward to it. But this time next year, we're going to be in so-and-so for the 4th. We're going to be in Miami for the 4th, or we're going to Vegas for the 4th. And I wanted to get you guys over so I can show you how we're going to do that. Okay, so you got the 4th of July coming up next weekend. Guys, make it a travel party and just show your join link. It's a 16-minute video, and then talk to people about their bucket list and their hopes and dreams and where they might want to be instead of at home for the 4th next year. You have to just kind of think outside of the box. And then, of course, personal visits to your friends, do the same thing. Just talk to them about their hopes and dreams. They will listen to you. And then once you do that, guys, you want to connect them with us through a 3-way phone call. You want to put your prospect on with your sponsor upline, and you want to actually edify your sponsor upline to that person. Why? So they will effectively listen to what they have to say. Okay, very, very important. Now, I want to show you something very quick about the comp plan. I'll be done here very shortly, but you become an influencer for $19 a month, $20 a month. You're an influencer. You're qualified to be paid in this comp plan. Now, guys, it's important for you to understand a person does not legally have to be a member in order to participate in this part of our business. Okay, this is totally separate from the membership. If you're an influencer for $19 or $20 a month, you're qualified for the comp plan. So you're qualified to make travel dollars. You're qualified to refer your 2 members. It takes 2 members to qualify here, and you can earn up to 500,000 per month. All right, now I always say that it starts at a few hundred, it moves from there to a few thousand, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and it maxes out at 500,000 a month. And it's a very simple process. Step number one, you want to qualify with your 2. Okay, why? Because it's going to give you a free membership. This is going to give you your money back and free travel, and you're going to qualify yourself for the entire comp plan. Now, most people, when they decide to do this, it doesn't take long. Most people do it within their first 24 hours. In fact, think about it. You could do this today if you wanted to, by inviting a few people over to your home, maybe putting something on the grill and just showing them a way for you all to travel as a group, for you all to make passive income as a group. Most people that do this, they go on and get there too within their first 24 hours. Now, the next thing is you want to help your 2 to get to so they can qualify for all that same thing, all those same things. And then you just want to duplicate that with other people. Teach your 2 to help their 2 to qualify. And guys, look, these 3 steps in our comp plan promote you to Life for 300, which is $300 a month. Now, I need to show you something very important about this comp plan. In fact, let me do this. Let me do this real quick here, okay? I am going to give you the link to this document. I'm actually pulling it up here, and I'm going to put it in the chat box. So this is the link to the compensation plan that I'm showing you right now. And, you know, you'll notice that it's very simple qualification here. Number one, you want to, in fact, let me blow this up here. Okay, number one, you want to become an active influencer for $20 a month. The second thing is you got to have one personally sponsored member on your left and right team. Okay, so you got to have a personally sponsored member on the left, a personally sponsored member on the right. Now, you know, the thing is this, guys, even if somebody, you know, is a member that has qualified, you know, for free, they're still an active member and they still count for your qualification, even though free numbers don't count. As far as the comp plan is concerned, those free numbers do count as far as qualifications, okay? So you got to have one active member on the left and right teams. They must be active and they must be placed. You can't have somebody in the holding tank. It's not going to qualify you. And then, of course, your total memberships in the left and right teams must meet these levels. They must be active, they must be placed, and they must be paid. If they refer 2 members and they don't have to pay, they don't qualify as paid, okay? I hope that makes sense to you. The company cannot afford to pay us on members that have not paid. So if I'm a member on your left team, and let's say that I refer my 2 members and I don't have to pay my monthly fee, I'm not a paid member as far as the comp plan is concerned. So as you look at the numbers here, okay, you got to have 5 paid members on the left, 5 paid members on the right to make $300 a month, which on a 4-day month is $75 a week. On a 5 Friday month, I'm sorry, a 4 Friday month is $75 a week. 5 Friday month is $60, okay, a week for those 5 weeks. Well, 16 paid members left, 16 paid members right. Your Life for 800, which is $800 a month, 200 a week, or 160 if it's a 5 Friday month. You all see how this works. So I want you to take this document and I want you to really get focused in and set a goal. Decide where you want to be. Like if you want to be Life for 7,500, set a goal, set a date, and get to work to make it happen. Because guess what? When you get to Life for 7,500, when you got 250 active members on the left team and the right team, you're at $1,875 a week. You're right at a 6-figure income or $1,500 a week on a 5 Friday month, and your organization is positioned now. Like if these 250 go replace themselves with 2, now you're at 500, even if those people are getting it free. Why? Because they referred 2 active members, and now you're at influence of 15K, 15,000 a month, or $3,750 a week. So, you know, guys, look, internalize this information because it is very serious. Now, one other thing I want to show you is this. This is very important, okay? We've not ever really talked about this on a training, but you're getting it today. Influencers are paid according to their qualified leadership level, determined at the close of each weekly pay period. Now, that weekly pay period runs from Saturday, 12:01 a.m. So we just started a new week. So when did it cut off? It cut off at Friday midnight, and that's Central Time. So if you're in Eastern, it's 1 o'clock for us. Or if you're Pacific, it's 10 o'clock for you. But the bottom line, guys, is this. We just started a new week. The commission period date is exactly 2 weeks following the Friday closeout, each weekly pay period. The reason it's 2 weeks out is because the company has to give, they have to actually give a person those 7 days to cancel, then they have to reconcile, okay? So the pay period is 2 weeks. If you got a company that does not take 2 weeks, that company is in danger of one day going out of business. This is the way to do it here. So the bottom line, for example, if John Doe met the qualifications for Lifer 800, okay, on Friday the 1st, during a calendar month that had 4 Fridays, then John would get paid $200 on Friday the 15th, 2 weeks later. Okay, now, if you've never been paid before, and let's say that, this were you, let's say that this situation was you. So Friday the 1st, you were qualified for Lifer 800. That means that, your check in 2 weeks would be $200 on the 15th. Well, what would happen is this: since this was your first pay period, you need to, on the 15th, you're going to get an email from Pay Quicker or Bryte Lyfe just says new count, that will say new account creation. So you'll have to verify your email address. You may have to give Pay Quicker some other information. But once you get that email, it's going to put you in the system to be paid. And every Friday, you're actually going to get this email here saying payment received from Bryte Lyfe. Now, I want to see in the chat box, you guys tell me, does anybody receive these emails on every Friday? Who gets this email every Friday? You type me if you do. Okay, so George gets it, RJ gets it. Who else? Ron Head, absolutely. Does anybody else get check or emails from this company? Me. So, guys, what does this tell you here? This tells you that this is for real. So it's very important that you want to get focused on exactly where you want to go. And the only difference in, you getting a check from this company or getting that email and not getting that email is what? Time. Don't give up. Don't quit, because if you quit, you'll never get it. But once you get established at whatever level and you're continuing to work your business, guess what? You're going to get that. Download this, maybe print it out, and set a goal as to where you want to be. Where do you want your weekly check to be? Do you want it to be 75 a week, or 200 a week, or 400 a week, or 750 a week, or 1875 a week? Where do you want your check to be by the end of the year? You might want it at 3750 a week. So you know that what you need about, you need 500 left, 500 right. And when you look at the simple levels of duplication, you might need to be 9 levels, 10 levels deep, by 2. Or, I'll share something else with you. Guess what gets you to 15K pretty quick? If you manage to duplicate, in fact, let me show you this real quick. I'm going to write something on my screen. If you go get 10, let's say to get the Bahamas paid for, and you got a group that did that. So if you went and got 10, you got 1,000 in travel dollars, Bahamas is paid for, you're paying for that stay for 2 people, and you've created $300 a month. But if you help your 10, you focus them on doing that, you said, okay, guys, look, this is the deal. Let's go on and get 20 people. Let's get 10 people hooked up for you. Well, if you're 10, go get 10. Now, you're what? You got 50 on each side of your business. So 50-50 takes you to what? You're qualified at 30-30, which is $1,600 a month. Okay, well, what if these people help, each one of those 10 help their 10 to do the same thing? So now you got 1,000, which is what? 500, 500, 3 levels of the duplication of 10 takes you to 15,000 a month, which is what, 3750 per week. Okay, so I think people actually complicate this too much, because I don't care, guys, if you just laid this out to people and you just said, okay, this is the benefit of the membership. This is what it takes to qualify in the comp plan. And you gave them a copy of this document, and you just focused on what? Let's get your 10 so you can have Bahamas paid for. You'll be at $300 a month, and let's find, help each one of them to find 10 people that might want to do that, guys. 3 levels of that duplication is 15 grand a month. So it is what it is. Numbers are the one thing that do not lie. But I think where a lot of people get hung up is you probably have hangups, as far as network marketing is concerned and all that. But the thing that you have to understand is this one is not rocket science. Okay, it's a very, very simple process, and all you got to do is just follow it, just follow the process, help people. In fact, I'm going to show you this real quick. If your goal is to qualify for this comp plan with your 2, qualify for a free membership with your 2, what do you think you want to help your 2 people to do? If you didn't know anything else about this, somebody give me in the chat box, what would you want to help your 2 to do if you just qualified for the comp plan and a free membership? You want to help them to get there too so they can qualify, right? So you help your 2 to get there too. Can you see where that takes you here? Now, what if you taught your 2, okay, you said, okay, you need to help your 2 to get there too so they can qualify for a free membership in the comp plan. Well, by default, when your 4 people get to, where does that put you in the comp plan? That puts you at Lifer 300, which is what? $300 a month, 75 a week. It's not rocket science, because what are we going to help these 8 to do? Same thing. Now you're at 1515, you're still at Lifer 300, but now you're positioned to what? If you started this right and you built a culture of what? Free life within your organization, these 16 people are going to what? Understand that they need to get there too, so they can qualify, so they can, qualify for what? A free membership in the comp plan. And when that happens, guess what? This is what I need you to understand. All these people are getting their memberships free. These 32 are paying. Why? Because they hadn't had a chance to get their 2 yet. Well, guess what? 1616 lands you where on this comp plan? Lifer 800, which is $800 a month. So you got a free membership. You're getting a $5,000 trip each and every year. And now you've created about $10,000 extra per year. Okay, which is, in order to make that in residual income, you'd have to have $1 million in the bank to make that interest. Well, 32 people to go get there too. Why? Because you created a culture of free life on your team. 30-30. Okay, 32 on the left, 32 on the right. That qualifies you where on this comp plan? Lifer 1600, which is $1,600 a month. So now you're at about $20,000 a year with your free membership. And guess what? That's a $2 million asset if you were dependent on interest from money in the bank. Now, 64 people go get there too. You're 128. Now, 64, you're solid at 1,600, but you're not quite at 3,000, but you're positioned, because if you created that culture, those people are going to understand that what I need to refer to. In 128, you're solid at Lifer 3,000. And the company's sending you what? $750 a week. And guess what? You're positioned now in these people. If you created that culture correctly, those 500, 256 on each side, where does that land you here? It lands you at Lifer 7,500, which is $7,500 a month, or $1,875 a week. And guess what? When those 500, it gets real simple from this point. 500 go get 2,024. You got 512 on each side. Where does that land you on the chart? Somebody tell me, where does that land you on this chart? 500 on each side of your business. What are you qualified at now if you got 512 on each side? Somebody tell me. 15,000. George, you're absolutely right. And guess what? That's 15,000 a month, or 7,500 per week. You also, Jesse, you're right. You get a new Rolex watch at this point, and you get an all expense paid trip by the company because you made it to influencer, which is that key leadership position here. Well, now you're positioned where you couldn't stop it if you wanted to, because if you've created that culture of what free life, that free life culture, now that next level is 1,024 on each side of your business. So where does that land you? Influencer 30K, which is $30,000 a month. You all see how this works. It's a very, very simple process, but I think it's so simple that the average person, well, most people that get in don't even pay attention to the very thing that can set them financially free. Those 2,000 go get there too. 2,048. Where does that 2,048 on each side? Where does that qualify you in this comp plan? Somebody tell me. Okay, so you got 2,000 on each side of your business. Where does that qualify you in this comp plan? All right, so absolutely, Linda, you're absolutely right. 1,750, 1,750. You're at 50,000 a month, $12,500 per week. Okay, so you all see how this works. Now look at this. If those 4,000 you created that culture, they go get two and put 8,000 in. 4,000 on each side qualifies you where? Anybody got any idea? Look like it's just George and Linda that gets this. Tim, I appreciate it. But 4,000, you're not quite qualified at 125. So you're at what, 75,000 a month, right? You're almost 20,000 a week though. But look at this. That next group, okay, they get there too. Why? Because we started a culture of what? However we started is how it's going to finish, how it's going to end up. We started a culture of what? Free life. Get your two so you can become free life qualified for the comp plan. Well, 8192 qualifies you where in this comp plan? Benjamin, yes, the PDF of these numbers and this chart are in this chat box. Just click it, it'll pull it up on your computer. Looks different from this, but it's the same thing. Where does this land, you guys? $200,000 per month. So think about it. You're getting an email from this company every week saying that you just got paid. You just got paid. And guess what? You'll see an amount of $50,000 in there. I'm sorry, you'll see $49,997 in that email. Can you imagine that each and every week? Who could get excited about that? Give me some sevens if that excites you guys. Man, I don't get it. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Guys, look, I know that if you've never made money in network marketing, you probably find this hard to believe, but look, it's not. What you have to understand about this is it's not rocket science. It's nothing special about any of us that do this. What's the difference? The difference is we make a decision and a commitment to get it done, and we just go get it done. That's the difference in winners and losers. You just have to make a decision that you're going to be a winner. You're going to go that extra mile. You're going to do what the person, that the loser isn't willing to do. That's the difference, guys. So with that, we appreciate everybody being on. We've got, of course, the 2 corporate calls tomorrow night. We're going to send information out about that. And this recording, I'm sure will be posted, within the next day or two. So we appreciate you guys being on. And again, I'll see if I can put this comp plan document back in here one more time. Click this comp plan document. You want to make copies of this. And when you get a person, you talk to a person, if they're considering the business, they're in the business, print this out, give them a copy of it and say, look, this is how it works. You could even draw it out for them and say, look, I want you to set a goal. Where do you want to be? And let's make it happen now. 2 hours from now, we're going to be back at, in fact, let me put this in here. Give me one sec, guys. Let me stop the recording here.